Welcome to Murrow News 8 Election Edition. Let's take a look at some races that are still not called and how impactful they will be.
And how did voter turnout look amongst different demographics? Coming up next.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Diego Moctezuma.
And I'm Reese Holmes, and welcome to Murrow News 8.
As we take a look at the midterm election results, the Republicans have gained 7 seats in the House and currently have 209. The Republicans need at least 218 to take back the majority in the House. Republicans are expected to take the House, but the exact number is not yet known. The Republicans have 48 Senate seats and the Democrats have 46. Nevada and Arizona have yet to call their races. Georgia announced that they will be having a runoff election on December 6th. The Senate is still a toss-up. There could be a 50-49 split in the Senate until the Georgia runoff, meaning that the majority in the chamber may not be known for a while. If the Democrats gain all 3 seats, they will take control, but if the Republicans gain the 3 seats, then they will take control. Voters are not expected to be counted until tomorrow or at the latest Monday.
There's been an update to the Whitman County election results. Remember, in the state of Washington, it does take longer to certify and call elections due to mail-in voting laws. You can go ahead and take a look on your screen here for the details, but so far, Pullman Regional Hospital's taxpayer bond had an approving percentage with 74.1% of voters voting yes. Incumbent Michael Largent is looking to get a 4th term in the Whitman County Commission District 3 race. Again, we still don't know the results for sure. Sorry.
In the U.S. election, Democrat Maxwell Frost, at age 25, is the first congressman representative of Generation Z. We talked to a few students on campus.
Honestly, I find it really nice. I also heard in the news that he was the first Gen Z, so I'm finally glad that we're getting old enough to be on the ballot and also run and also represent our government.
Hopefully, a younger voice will be able to make more of an action to protect our schools and our communities from the violence that's been happening.
It's still a little too early to tell the exact voting demographics, but it is clear that this election is the second highest turnout for the under 30 demographic in the last 30 years. So far, the under 30 demographic is still one of the smallest voting age groups in elections.
Well, it's been 3 years since the death of a student on Greek Row.
And a look at the weather this weekend and what you can expect. Stay with us here on Murrow News 8.
Tomorrow is Veterans Day and WSU got a head start on preparations. The Veterans and Military Affiliated Students Club dedicated time to set up hundreds of flags at the University Veterans Memorial to honor the WSU veterans who lost their lives. Earlier this morning, the club invited the public to join them in honoring the fallen.
This year marks 3 years since Sam Martinez passed away due to a hazing incident. Our reporter Grady Glover is at the former Alpha Tau Omega house. Grady?
Hey guys, I'm live here outside of the former Alpha Tau Omega chapter house where this Saturday, November 12th, marks the 3-year anniversary of Sam Martinez's passing. Now, Sam died of alcohol poisoning in a hazing-related event, and in remembrance of this, the WSU Interfraternity Council and Panhellenic Councils have issued a campus-wide dry day tomorrow, Friday, November 11th. This will mean no social events for any Greek chapters, as well as all the chapter houses are expected to have no alcohol on the premise. For more information, I'm going to send it back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Grady. Since the death of Sam, Washington state lawmakers have passed Sam's Law. The law requires that a public institution in the state of Washington has to report any and all reports from any hazing allegations. This law was passed to help increase the transparency of hazing investigations and educate around hazing in general.
WSU's first family weekend of the school year starts tomorrow. We spoke to a few students who are excited to spend some time with their families.
I'm super excited. My parents haven't came down yet for Parents Weekend, so they're going to be their first time. Just turned 21 too, so I'm going to hit the bars with them. It's going to be awesome.
I'm so pumped. I can't wait for my parents to come. They come in like 5 hours, so I'm really excited.
As the long 3-day weekend is coming up, some of you might be heading to the west side. I know I am. I'm from Vancouver. But Murrow News 8's Anna Michelson explains what the mountain pass conditions have been like.
I was checking WSDOT and it was frustrating because it kept saying roadway is bare and wet with snow in places, and then the photos that were posted were the exact opposite. You couldn't even see the road because it was completely covered in snow.
That's right. Get ready for snowy travels in Snoqualmie Pass this upcoming holiday break.
It was definitely scary. There were cars driving way too fast than they should have been.
Elise was not expecting these severe conditions on her drive home last weekend and said the pass closed just minutes after she got off of it because there were too many accidents.
Although the roads look bare right now, conditions can change in less than an hour, so you always need to be prepared.
To stay prepared for a sudden change in weather like the one last weekend, always be sure to check WSDOT before you travel, and hopefully their information is accurate.
Students need to be careful when they're driving over the pass. Just take it slow. Like, it's so much rather to go slow than too fast and something bad happen.
Reporting from Pullman, I'm Anna Michelson, Murrow News 8.
The weather on the pass isn't getting any better as of right now. Emmett, what can we expect in Pullman?
Yeah, in my professional opinion, I'm gonna say the John Fetterman fit of the hoodie and shorts is probably a no-go. Let's take a look at what the weather's like today. If you guys heard DJ yesterday, you know it's cold. It's going to be cold all week. 36 today with a low of 20. Sunrise is coming up at about 6:44 earlier today, and sunset's about 10 minutes before we started our show at 4:20. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, 37 degrees as the high, 21 as the low. And then as you look, the sunrise getting a little bit later, sunset getting a little bit earlier at 4:19 today. Let's take a look across the state at what we're looking at. Again, at Pullman at 36. Spokane is the coldest we have on the state today, 33 with a low of 18. As you move across the map, Tri-Cities 43, Yakima 42. The west side is the hottest, Seattle at 45, and Olympia looking at 47. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast as well. Again, I touched on Friday. So let's look at Saturday. I'll get a little bit more on that in a second for a game day forecast. Sunday, 36. Monday is going to be at 37. Tuesday at 39. It's going to be pretty consistent throughout the week, staying in about the mid to high 30s, 36 to 39. The lows are going to be very low. So again, if you were going to be here for game day, if you're making that trek across the pass, it's going to be pretty cold. Again, for our game day forecast for Saturday, 37 at kickoff, 37 throughout the entire game. Wind chill could have it down in the low 30s. So if you guys are going to be going to the game, you're going to need about a beanie. You're probably going to need a hat or some sort. Get yourself a warm beverage like a hot cocoa or a apple cider, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Emmett. It was a big day for women's basketball yesterday. Stay here to figure out why.
And the Pullman swim team is projected to win big. Derek Joseph can tell you all about it in sports after the break.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
The early signing period began yesterday for the WSU women's basketball team, as it announced 3 new signings for next year's freshman class. The new faces on the Cougs are Jenna Villa, a guard from Arlington, Washington, Alex Colville, the tallest player to ever put on a uniform for the women's basketball team, standing at 6'6", and Candace Kepetiku, a center from Santa Maria, California. WSU volleyball is escaping the cold this weekend to face both of the Arizona schools of the Pac-12. They will play Arizona State this Friday and Arizona on Sunday. The Cougars are coming off a split weekend series against the Oregon schools with a loss to Oregon and a win against Oregon State, and will be looking to sweep the season series between both Arizona and Arizona State. The defending state champion Pullman High School girls swim team is sending 11 swimmers to the 2A state swim meet this Friday and Saturday at King County Aquatic Center in Federal Way. The Greyhounds are looking to defend their state title, 6 returners from the previous team, and 5 newcomers who will be making their first appearance at state. Well, guys, what are you guys looking forward to this weekend for sports-wise? Because I know we got a football game coming up, too, that we don't have too much time to talk about, but you think they can beat ASU?
You know what? I hope they can, because they would clinch their first bowling berth since last year.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I think they get it done and they win out the rest of the season.
That would be.
There you go.
It's a big take, but I believe it. I believe
it would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Awesome. So our reactions coming up for the upcoming football game.
And the feelings of parents weekend after the break.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Hey, coming up to this Parents Weekend, I'm really excited for that football game, but I am a little worried about getting a seat with all the extra parents in town.
Well, luckily my parents won't be here to be taking up seats or anything like that, so honestly we're good there. So I think you guys were saying none of your parents were coming.
Yeah, Derek, I'm in the same boat as you. I think it is going to be a little bit difficult for everybody else to get seats. I think it's probably going to be one of our highest attended games of the season, except for Apple Cup against UW, which again is sold out.
Already, wow.
Impressive.
Already.
Yeah, no, really impressive. It's gonna be a fun weekend. There's a lot of events coming up and everything. So obviously there's more than just the football game, but like we've kind of said here, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be a really good time for sure.
I'm really looking forward. My partner's parents will be coming up. I'm looking forward to spending some time with them. It'll be a whole lot of fun.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching so much. If you missed anything in our previous newscast, you can catch us on our YouTube and social media.
And more news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can always follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.